Hey, what's going on, Your Charisma team? Nathan Olson here from another Your Charisma YouTube video. On this channel, we do social media marketing help as well as Instagram tips. So if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about how to become TikTok famous. The new social platform is absolutely taking the youth by storm, and we want to figure out how to become the best TikToker on the platform. Stay tuned and find out. So when it comes to becoming a famous TikToker or actually just becoming explosive on the platform in of itself, it really dates back to all the same types of tactics that we've talked about in previous platforms, being Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Google. All of the strategies are very similar just because they all branch from the original same spot where organic reach is absolutely explosive on the platform, and being able to utilize that to your advantage is something that's very easy to do, and it's really just a rinse and repeat process. So today we're going to be going over exactly how to become TikTok famous. We're going to break it down into a couple strategies for you guys so you can start implementing them right away. So the first thing you're going to want to do is start up that TikTok profile. I've created a couple videos, showed you how to post your first video. But what we want to talk about here is exactly what you should be doing once you have your TikTok profile started. When first diving in, the first thing you're going to want to do is become hyperactive on the platform. A lot of social media platforms, especially Instagram and Facebook, really reward their users for being more active on the platform. And what exactly does that mean? That means liking other people's pictures, commenting, sharing content, as well as producing a ton of your own content. You want to be hyperactive in producing your own content. And in the same fashion that you don't exactly know where your target audience lies, or maybe you have a basis of idea from previous platforms just from the content that you've produced, but TikTok is a different platform. The content that it asks for is a little bit different from Instagram, being very video heavy. It's very similar to Vine back in the day. So you should incorporate that into your content strategy, and don't come in with too many prerequisites, or don't come in with any beliefs about a previous audience from a different platform, because you might be reaching a different audience on this platform. So when being hyperactive, especially in the content creative aspect, you want to produce as much content as possible. Literally, the sky's the limit. There is no overproduction when it comes to growing on TikTok and producing content. The more you produce, the more you grow. It all is just comes down to a matter of what is going to go viral, what's going to catch the people's attention. And as you start to progress, if you can start fine-tuning that process of what's going to pop and what your audience likes, you can then start streamlining your content strategy to be more specific in one direction. Let's say you went with specifically funny videos as opposed to doing funny, dance, and educational. But originally, when you're first starting out, it's all just about producing a variety of content. Make sure that it's specific to the niche that you're trying to breach or attack or get into. You really want to try and, match the content style that a lot of high-level influencers in that niche are already producing, and just kind of copy, convert, and put your own personal taste on it. So producing content at a exponential scale is the first step. You want to be hyperactive, liking content, sharing, really exposing yourself to the app, and really getting all the details and all the immersive aspects of the platform. Number two is really going to talk back to step one, where we talked about producing a lot of content. And number two, you want to do all of the TikTok challenges. No matter what they are, it's important that you start producing content specific and native to the platform. And a lot of these trends and a lot of these challenges gain viral activity both on and off TikTok. On TikTok, you get the hashtag trending, you get the challenge trending. But what's interesting, on YouTube, Instagram, and a lot of other social platforms, individuals actually chop together all the challenge videos from other users and use that as content on other platforms, which means that if you produce a really good TikTok challenge, your content could then be repurposed by other users that don't know who you are or have just stumbled across your content, and they're actually going to use your content on their other platforms, on different social platforms, only generating more exposure, more brand awareness for your personal brand and for your personal TikTok. So doing TikTok challenges is absolutely essential if you want to grow on TikTok. It's really, really helpful, and you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. They're always creative. They always incorporate a new dance move. So if you're not too good at dancing, don't be afraid. You can always put your own personal funny twist on it, and that usually generates even more exposure and more excitement beyond just the TikTok challenge itself. So don't be afraid if you're not the best dancer to really jump into those challenges. Tip number 3 is coming at you hard. It's going to be collaborate with other TikTok influencers. You can do this via the Duet, which works very similar to the share IG live videos that you can do on Instagram with other influencers and other users. But being able to collaborate with other TikTok users really helps you to acquire some of their audience, create unique and unbranded content, and to really give your audience maybe a different aspect to the type of content that you're trying to produce. Collaborating with an influencer really brings out a different aspect to you. You're not going to act the same way by yourself as you would with another individual on screen. So it gives you a different type of personality, a different mental state when you're going into it. So the content's going to be a little bit different, and your followers will either accept or deny that type of content. So as you start doing these collaborations with influencers, kind of monitor the progress, monitor the engagement, follows, and the overall amount of views that your videos get from these specific influencers. If one really pops off, try to collaborate more so with that influencer till you see a decrease in the overall amount of viewership. Because if you see a video pop with that influencer, that means you're generating a lot of exposure and a lot of excitement around that type of content. So being able to replicate that and kind of put more of that type of content onto the platform is going to help both the influencer that you're collaborating with and yourself as well. So collaborations in the same fashion that they help you grow on Instagram will 100% help you grow on TikTok. And it's personally one of my favorite ways to grow on TikTok, because when you collaborate with another TikTok influencer, you're not only just able to gain exposure to their audience, you've kind of already built a friendship and a trust because you're going through another influencer. So the influencer, as an influencer, you care about your audience. You're really looking to give them value, give them great content. So when you bring in another person, that person has a little bit of trust and credibility that's been brought on by you because you've given so much to your community. They believe that you're going to do what's in their best interest. So bringing in a new influencer typically attributes a little bit of credibility and trust to that new influencer, allowing them to generate a little bit more follows. All right, guys, last but not least, tip number 4. And this is really important, and I think it's really gonna help brands as well as personal brands, not so much specific TikTok influencers. So if you're only looking to grow on TikTok and that's the only platform that you wanna grow on, I strongly suggest you to utilize tips 1 through 3. But if you're looking to create influence across multiple platforms and to really build out a well-branded digital influence across your audience, whether it be a personal brand or a corporate brand, utilizing other social platforms to grow your TikTok audience is extremely helpful. Your audience has already been built and aggregated on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Why would you not utilize those audience members to grow your TikTok? The more explosive your growth is on the platform, the more you're rewarded and the higher chance of going viral or being on the For You page for TikTok. It's similar to the Explore page for Instagram, but it's just called the For You page. It gives you a better chance of ranking on that page if you have more explosive growth. So just being able to, let's say for example, you have 10,000 followers on Instagram, 30,000 followers on your Facebook group, and maybe 5,000 followers on your YouTube. That's a huge group, and probably, a lot of them might be similar, but that's still a huge group to just funnel even 10% to your TikTok. That would give you, 500, 1,000, 3,000 followers right off the bat without even having to put out too much content, because those other audiences know who you are, they know the content you produce, and they know the value you give. So they're already friends, they've already an established relationship, there's already credibility built in to the communication that we've established. And so you're just tapping into that. You really just want to pull them over to the other platform saying, hey guys, I know you really like my content on those other platforms. Here's another channel where you can consume more of my content. It's going to be a little bit different because I want to make it native to the TikTok platform, but it's still going to be me. It's still going to be the same values, same goals, and same person that you're used to seeing. So don't be afraid to jump onto TikTok and give me a follow. It's literally as simple as that, and it can give you the most explosive growth, especially if you already have influence and an audience built on other platforms. So guys, that's 4 tips on how to become TikTok famous. I want you guys to start implementing them right away. Please drop any questions or concerns in the comments below. I'll be answering all of them to help you guys really go viral and explode on TikTok. That's it for the video today. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed. Make sure to stay tuned to the next one, and I'll catch you there.